Hi guys, and welcome back to our FIFA 19 Sunderland Road to Glory career mode. Now we are finally entering the Premier League, or at least a transfer window before the Premier League season starts. Now today I am going to be doing a lot of transfer business. In the comments, of course, in the last episode when we did go through all the stats and statistics of last season, and I also revealed the budget for this season, you guys left all your suggestions and what have you, and it's been so hard just battling in my head what we should do in this one. A lot of you guys said, go for quality over quantity, so only know 2 or 3 players, maybe 3 or 4, rather than getting 6, 7, 8, and stuff like that. So, I'm battling with that, and also the suggestions of players who to buy, they've been excellent. There's so many that I'm thinking, oh my god, I want him, and him, but they all play in the same position, and it's been really, really difficult. But I have wrote down, where have I put it now? Here. I have a little notepad here, or a little pamphlet that I found, and I've written down the players that I want to go for, and there's a good 6 players here, potentially 7, which is a lot. But this is on. They've got like backups. If I can't go for this player, then I'm going to go for this player, and stuff like that. But I have worked out how much it would all cost, and it's a little bit more, or quite probably a good 10 to 15 million more than what our transfer budget is. So I need to try and prioritise certain things. Now, I have put quite a few players on the transfer list as well. McLaughlin, I know some of you guys have said, offer him a new contract, so you have 3 goalkeepers. But they very, very rarely get injured, goalkeepers. Plazari, yes, I know he got injured last season, but it's incredibly rare that you have more than 1 goalkeeper injured at a time. Also, Jordan Pickford had been suggested quite a few times throughout the series, and I did actually have every intention of going for him at some point. But we have a goalkeeper who is only 17 years of age. He's already rated 76 and he has potential to be special. So he's going to end up being a 90-odd or at least late 80s rated goalkeeper. So I don't see the point in spending 40 to 50 million on Jordan Pickford, that's how much he's worth. And then we also have Plazari, who's 77. He's only 20. He's going to be mid-80s as well at some point. So we have 2 top-quality goalkeepers there. So those are all going to be staying. Adam Matthews, did I put him on the transfer list? No, I didn't put him on the transfer list, but I'm going to keep him there for the time being. In fact, no, I'm going to put him on the transfer list, just in case, because I'm trying to rebuild a bit of funds here. In terms of centre-backs, I have put Clark on the transfer list because we have Suter there as well. Very, very similar players, although Suter has, he's just got that partnership with Twansby, which is excellent, but this season we are going to be looking at another centre-back. I'm looking for a spine of central midfielder, centre-back, centre-mid, and a striker as well. That's the main focus first, and then anything else will be building off that. Reece James has also gone on the transfer list as well. I've left Max Power for the time being because you guys, it's kind of 50-50. Some of you guys just said anyone under the rating of 74, 75, get rid of because this is the Premier League now. But, I don't want to be that ruthless. Like, there's players like George Honeyman. He probably won't get a look in unless it's, for fitness reasons. But I am going to keep him around. Embleton as well. I kind of want to improve him because I know he can hit 80, which isn't, great, but it is going to take quite a while. I'll leave him there for the time being. Robson, he's leaving in a minute anyway. In a minute. Well, I think in the next couple of days he'll be leaving. Luke O'Nien, another player who I'm considering getting rid of. It just depends how the transfer window goes. Because if I end up spending 50-odd million on 3 players and it doesn't cover all the positions, then there's no point in me getting rid of players just for the sake of it. Jones will be staying. Robinson, I'm also considering getting rid of. I do really, really like him, but he's just worth 6 million, which could prove to be vital in the latter stages of the transfer window. Gooch as well. It's annoying because he's worth a bit and I could get a bit of money. Van Amersfoort, he could potentially go. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend the money that we've already got in there pretty much. Weiman's gone on the transfer list. So has Oberlin as well, which has been suggested to me. He is worth 9 million and he really hasn't been cutting it, so I don't want to just keep him around for the sake of it. And I think his potential rating is only about 80 anyway. But yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend the money that's in the transfer budget, and then if we do need extra funds, that's when we're going to start getting a bit more ruthless with players and selling them, because we do need to really prep ourselves well for the Premier League. Weimann, he has been transfer listed, which I have just said. But Magia, I have just offered him a new contract and he has rejected it, which is really, really annoying. I don't know how much he wanted. I offered him literally quadruple his wages and he rejected them flat out. So he could prove to be a bit of a tricky bugger. But first and foremost, let's have a look at some of the players we are going to be going for. Hopefully this does go relatively smoothly, so then I can play the first game of the season in the Premier League, which I can't wait for. But, if it ends up being a little bit more difficult, we get a few hiccups along the way, then this episode will literally be absolute havoc in the transfer window, and that'll be it. So hopefully it just goes smoothly, but if not, that's FIFA for you. So for a striker, this player has been suggested a couple of times, and that is Emmanuel Dennis, and I've only heard good things about him. He is 22, and it's the same age as Oberlin as well, and he has a very, very good release clause of 10.2 million, and he's already worth 12.5, and they wouldn't be willing to negotiate unless we do hit the release clause. So 10.2, that'd be absolutely insane. So I think he will be the first player I'm going to go for. Emmanuel Dennis, he's got absolute pace to burn. Let's just have a look at his stats just for a quick second. Yeah, he has 93 acceleration, 94 sprint speed, agility is 84, balance 84, jumping 93. That's absolutely crazy. Attacker position 75, ball control 75, shot power 84, long shots mid 70s, dribbling 82, finishing 79, heading accuracy 74. He just looks like a really, really good player to play alongside Madja, maybe up top. We're probably going to stick with the same formation at the beginning of the season. If it does go to shit, then we will have to adjust because the Premier League is a completely different beast. But as I say, let's go and see if we can get Emmanuel Dennis. We'll try him with an important squad role. He might want crucial because he'll be the highest rated striker in the side at that point. That's fine. So I presume he will be crucial. I think he's got a decent potential of around 85, which is excellent. I just hope it works out well for him. He wants 3 years. I'll give 4 years because he'll definitely accept that. That's fine. We'll disregard the release clause as usual. Please don't make me choose the wages. This is what I hate because I end up overpaying. So for the wages, he's currently on 21.5, but this is exactly what happened with Madja. Madja's only still on 5k a week, but he has improved a lot. So I offered like 25,000 and he walked out. So I don't know how long he's been on this wage, what way to expect him for that rating. Oh, this really is going to be difficult. I'll offer him 50k. See what they say to that. Please just accept it. That's fair. Okay, I probably just overpaid massively. But as I said, after that nightmare negotiation I had with Madja, I didn't want to risk anything. So our first signing has come through the door, and it is Emmanuel Dennis. He just looks like a beast. I love his hair and everything. He just looks sick. He just looks... I just like the look of players like that. He just looks mint. He looks like a little sort of Aubameyang, doesn't he? But a shorter version. And he could play on the left wing as well, so we could play maybe on the left side of that front three, with Madja in the middle. So we've already got ourselves a really, really solid start there. And next up, the player I'm going to go for is Ibrahim Sangaré, a player that has been sat in the transfer hub on my transfer sort of targets since pretty much the beginning of the series, and he has been suggested quite a lot. And I do really like the look of him, and only now we can really afford him. He's worth between 10 million and 12.5, which is pretty decent considering he's already worth 9 million. He's 6'3", plays as central midfielder or a CDM, and he just looks like a beast. Strength 84, and he would probably fill in the role where Power currently is. Like I said, there's been a lot of 50-50 whether to actually sell Power. I'd still keep him on the thumbnail, even if we did sell him, because he's still been part of the story type thing. But I really, really like the look of him. So, and he's not like really, really slow for a CDM, considering he's so strong and stuff. I like that. Acceleration 69, sprint speed 68. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for him, lads. I think I'm gonna go for him. I am battling him head between Sangaré and Grujic, who is a little further down here. Grujic, who's actually, it's annoying me that, because I really like Grujic as well. I could potentially get both, but it's just because Sangaré has been suggested a lot more. Grujic, I don't know. This is difficult now. I'm going to go for Sangaré because I've never used him before. I've used Grujic before. I'm going to stick with my guns and go for Sangaré. Now, I'm going to try and be really, really cheeky here with Sangaré and offer below the 10 million fee. I'll go for like a 9.5. Hopefully they don't walk out. See what they say to that. It's a fair offer, 9.5. That's cracking. That's brilliant, because down here I've got him for at least 10.5. So we're already saving a bit of cash. So let's go into contract negotiations with Sangaré. Given an important squad role, that is absolutely fine with that. That's great. He wants 5 years. Always good to hear when a player actually wants to stay at your club. He wants a release clause, which I am going to reject. I'm not having that. Not a chance. Don't want a release clause. That's fine. We can move forward. Salary. Why can't he just tell me what he wants for a salary? I'm sick of doing this. I always end up overpaying. Right, I'll do 30k. Will that be enough? 30k. He wants 29.5 and some add-ons. Remove the bonus. He'll probably put it up to about 30 odd k. Oh, right, he's happy with that. Okay, he's happy with that for 29.5k a week. So our second signing has come through the door, and it is Ibrahim Sangaré. I'm really, really happy with that. 2 players I wanted to get through the door really, really quickly, and we've managed to do that. That is so solid. I love that. So there'll be Sangaré in there. There's McTominay in midfield as well, in our midfield three. And then Gomez as well. But of course, we do need to add a bit of strength and depth. But next up, we need to go for a centre-back. And again, it's been another battle between two players. One of them that I do need to scout a bit further. So I don't know whether to leave out for a while. So one of them is Christopher Ayer or Asia. I'm not too sure how you would say it. Asia. I'm not calling him Asia. Sure, it's not that. Is it Ayer? Oh, I really don't know. But Christopher Ayer, a centre-back. He did used to play for Celtic. I don't know whether he's only just moved there. I'm not too sure whether he has. But he has had absolutely brilliant reviews from you guys. From a few of you guys anyway. 6'5", and of course we don't have the scout report there. But apparently he's not the slowest, considering he is such a big lad. It's just a big brick shithouse, and he'd do the job. And he is relatively young, so he will continue to grow. But on the flip side, and isn't necessarily very young, it is Wan-Bissaka, who, again, another player who's been on the transfer list for absolutely ages. And he's sort of a quick fix, because he is 26. He's already rated 78. He has very good pace, considering he is a centre-back. He's so strong. In fact, I'm really leaning towards Wan-Bissaka. Because, you know, potential-wise, he might not get too much better. Might be able to get him up to 80 or something like that, maybe 81. But he really is a quick fix, and he is worth between 11.3 and 15.5. And he's just a beast to slot alongside Twanzebe. I think that could potentially be a very good partnership there. But again, I might hold it out and just see how Ayer is. I think Ayer might only be rated 72, 73 at this moment in time. I'm not too sure. I haven't really checked him out. So I think I am just going to go for Wan-Bissaka. He can play as a CDM as well if absolutely necessary. I'll see what I can get for him. And, you know, if needs be, depending on how the transfer window ends up going, whatever way we end up turning, I might end up getting Ayer as well. If we do end up freeing up some funds and we end up somehow miraculously having quite a bit left. I might actually try and chuck Clark in there. Or start trying to swap players to try and get a cheaper deal. How about Matt Clark? What will that do for you? We're not having that and 11. No way. Because that's how much I was going to offer anyway. So I'll take a good 3 million off that. 7.5. What do you think to that? 11.2. No, we're not having that. 8.2 million. That's a better offer, alright? Okay, right, that's a really good deal, actually. That's a very good deal. Matt Clark and 8.2 million. Matt Clark's only worth 3 million. Or 2.5, one of the two. So that's actually very good. So all in all, we're only paying about 11 million for him. Cracking. I'm really happy with that. So we'll go into contract negotiations with him. What a signing he'll be as well. What a signing. Crucial squad role, fine. 5-year deal. Will he take a 5-year deal? He wants a 3-year deal. I'll give him a 4. He'll take it. Sorted. Disregard release clause. Stop allowing me. Just you ask what you want, because this is where, again, everything's going to go to shit. He's currently on 15.5. Try 25. I'm probably really overdoing this. What does he want? The wages are insulting. There you go. Just tell me what you want, man. Tell me what you want. Why wouldn't you just tell me what you want, you idiot? So that one has gone to the shitter, so this isn't going as smoothly as I wanted. He's obviously been on that wage for a long time since he was rated a lot lower, so now I'm just guessing how much he wants. Absolutely ridiculous. But there is one player, Alphonso Davies, who has been, again, suggested a million times, and have actually used him before, which is why I kind of refrained from going for him originally. But it would just be a luxury player, and it's just a bit of class to add in the Premier League as well. We've just got ourselves back to Premier League. We need someone with a bit of flair up there as well, and to have, you know, Magic, Alphonso Davies and Dennis, who have just brought in, that's literally just pure pace up top as well, which is crucial with the kind of a counter-attacking play that we do use. God, look at that pace. That's just insane. He is worth between 16.5 and 23.7. I'll see if we can get something really cheap for him. If not, we'll just go through the days and see if any transfer offers come in for other players anyway, and then we might go back to Wan-Bissaka at some point over the next week or so. We'll try 14.5, see what they say to that. He wants 20.5. Okay, so I'll go to 15, maybe. 15.5. See what he says. Come on. 18 million. Right, it's going lower. It's going lower. 16.3. Come on. Still 18. I want to try and get him over the line for at least relatively cheaper than I've got down here. I've got down here, to be fair, I've got down here that I'm going to end up spending 20 odd million on him. 16.9. I'm just really pushing it now. Really pushing it. But they're happy with that. 16.9 million for Alphonso Davies. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Can we get him over the line? So he wants a crucial squad role, which of course we're going to give him. Now this is another one because he's only on 4.4k, which of course does not match how good he is. So I'm literally, again, I'm blinded here. I don't know how much he's going to want. He's accepted a 5-year contract, which is fantastic. He doesn't want a release clause, which again is fantastic. We'll accept that. Tell me what you want, please. Okay, right, he's told me what he wants, and he only wants 15.5. Not like those greedy shits. all the greedy shit, Leon Dharma. Remove the wage bonus. Will you take it? Take it. Yes, he's happy with that. So we've got Alphonso Davies. He's going to be pretty much the star man. So the base is nearly done, but we've got our fourth signing, or sorry, our third signing, Alphonso Davies, over the line, 19 years of age. Absolute beast. Could play on the left or the right. That'll do. Now it's just a case of waiting for Leon Dharma, or letting a bit of time pass for Leon Dharma to be able to re-enter negotiations. Or we could even just wait to see how much Aya will be. Maybe that's just a, it's a sign. I don't need to sign Leon Dharma. There's confirmation as well that Robson has left the club, which is, of course, fine. We knew that was going to happen. Now I'm just going to wait for a bit of time to pass, see if any transfer offers come in, and then also, transfer budget increase. I don't know whether that's just what was already set. It just comes in a bit late, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just exactly what we already knew. But we do have a transfer offer for Reece James, 1.85 million, which is very decent. I wasn't actually intending on bringing another left back in. There was a right back I had in mind. How much is Reece James worth? Well, I think I might accept that. I'll accept that for Reece James. That's fine. And we do have our monthly scouting report as well, which, as usual, is absolute shit. So we'll quickly simulate this game in pre-season, which will, of course, give us a little bit more money as well. There's plenty of players that are on international duty, but Dennis will be making his debut, and Brereton gets himself a couple. I completely forgot about Brereton somehow. Dennis, Madge, and Brereton up top. That'll be class. Brereton's only going to improve. Madge is only going to improve. Same with Dennis as well. We do have 2 transfer offers now for both McLaughlin and Adam Matthews. It's difficult now with Adam Matthews because if Reece James goes, I planned on getting a right back anyway. There are ways around it. Akpo can play on the right or the left, so I could use Rico Henry and Akpo as the left backs and use that for coverage there. And then on the right, we still do have Adam Matthews, who I could keep and then maybe try and go for the right back I was looking for later on. How much have they offered? 1.4 for McLaughlin. That's perfect. Now Adam Matthews, they've offered just over 2 million. It's a really, really good offer. That's the thing. So do I accept it? I might keep him just for the time being. I'm going to keep him there just for the time being. I don't want to completely do myself over because I'm going to end up having to buy a right back who is rated exactly the same if I don't have the money for it. Now we have had a transfer offer for Matt Clark, but again I'm going to leave that for the time being because I was using Matt Clark as a kind of make weight for Leon Dharma. In fact, no, I'm going to go and have a look at that offer because he was only worth around 3 million in that deal. So 3.95 million. If we can get a little bit more for him, that would be really decent. Right, okay, so we could get potentially up to 5.4 million. I'll see if I can get around 5 million for him, and I'm happy with that. That's fine. Okay, so they're happy to pay us 5.4 million for Clark. That's brilliant, absolutely perfect. I genuinely think that this episode is going to consist of just transfer negotiations, guys. I apologise, I could have probably shortened this down a little bit and just not shown you all the negotiations and tell you whether we've got them or not. But I like you guys to see the shit that we have to go through, and you guys will know yourselves playing FIFA how stressful it can be. So we'll go through this game against Real Sociedad in the pre-season tournament. And we win 2-1, which is good. Sangaré getting himself his first goal for the club. And Brereton, of course, who just cannot stop scoring, is still in form from last season. So Leon Dharma, we're going to go back in for him. But I'm not going to offer a player this time. We'll probably just try and get him for about 11 million, 12 million absolutely max. Okay, we have a deal, 11.3 million. That's very good. That's probably very similar to what we sorted out before if you included Clark with the deal. So I'm happy with that. Now, here we go again. He hasn't told me how much he wants his salary. So last time we only went like 10,000 over, I think. I can't remember. I'm losing my mind here. He's rated 78, so we will want a relatively high wage. 50k, what do you think to that? 50k? That's a fair offer. Again, I've probably gone way over the top. Well, at least he didn't want bonuses or anything. So I'm happy with that. We've finally got this dickhead through the line, or over the line. So we've got Dennis Sangaré, Davies, and Leon Dharma now as well. I'm really, really happy with that. That's fine. We have got the base, and we've got the luxury player, which was Alphonso Davies. Now, it's literally just a case of trying to scrape some more funds together. We'll get a little bit more from the pre-season tournament, but also there are a few players that could potentially be leaving the club, which brings a bit of money in as well. As we see there, 1.4 million we've been given for Reece James. Oberlin, we've got an offer of 12.9 million. So that's a very good offer in itself. We could potentially get up to 17 million for him, so I'm definitely going to negotiate that. Right, 16.5 million Watford are willing to pay for Oberlin, who, to be fair, he really hasn't been very good for us, so I'll happily take that, considering how much we bought for Dennis, who is his replacement, really, so that'll be absolutely great. Transfer offer for Molyneux as well, which I'm just going to accept. Apologies that this episode is going to run for so frigging long. And it's just going to be me talking for the entirety of it, pretty much, because it looks like we're not really going to be able to squeeze in the first game, as I'm saying this anyway. But now to simulate this next game against Wolfsburg, and we draw 1-1 against Brereton for the third frigging game in a row, getting the goals. Already this team looks so solid now with Plazari, Henry, Twansby, Luyendama. That back two look absolutely immense. Akpo, of course, McTominay, Sangaré, Gomez, Dennis, Majid, Brereton. That looks already very solid for the Premier League. But now it's just a case of who do we sell, who do we keep. I'll say that we've got Davies in there as well now, and Davies can play on the right. So you've got those three up top. That's just mad. And even just to have Brereton on the bench, that'd be insane. Absolutely insane. And there is confirmation that Oberlin has been sold for 13.3 million, well, 16.5 and 13.3 million is getting put into our transfer budget. Now, an offer has come in for Jordan Jones, which I am going to reject. I would think I am going to reject Jones, but it's a very good offer. But if we look on the left-hand side, we have Jones, we have Robinson. And if anything, I'd rather sell Robinson than Jones, only because Jones has a lot more potential to work with. And he's already rated 75. He's only rated, well, he's age 25. He can play anywhere across the top, including a cam. Robinson, again, he's been brilliant. It's really difficult to let go of any of these players. So if anything, I would get rid of Robinson, because otherwise we're going to be a bit overloaded up top. But the right back I was going to go for is this guy here. Again, someone who has been suggested a lot. I'm not too familiar with him, but he does have a player face as well, which, as you guys know, and as it was mentioned in the comments, I love a player face. I love a player with a player face. So I might go for Wan-Bissaka, but then we do have Matthews there. We could just sell him. We will get more offers for him. The other one has. Sadly, it's faded away. But I think I am going to go for him. It just adds that little bit more quality across the back. He's got pace to burn. I'm going to go for him. I'm going to do it. I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to go for Wan-Bissaka. I'll offer 8.3, just to be cheeky. He wants 8.5. That's actually very good. I'm just going to accept that, 8.5. That's brilliant. I expected to pay at least about 10 million for him. Happy with the important squad role. 5-year deal. Will he take a 5-year? He wants a 3-year. Obviously, I'll put him on a 4. You're just seeing a lot of the same stuff over and over again, guys. I do apologise. But again, I just want you lot to be a part of this. No, you're not having a release clause, mate. It's not happening. No release clause. He's happy with that. And again, it's a player that hasn't told me how much he wants. He's coming at 31.5k, which is a lot for someone of his age. But he does have a lot of potential. It's over 10,000 more, mate. Right, he's happy with that. We've got Wan-Bissaka over the line. It's another really quality player, guys. Dennis, Sangaré, Davies, Luyendama, and Wan-Bissaka is now the new player over the line. He's now a Sunderland player. I'm really happy with those 5 signings. We still have a little bit left if we wanted to group someone else over the line. I'm going to leave it a little bit, a few days more, so then a few more scout reports come through for players that I was thinking about going for. But on the list I do have here, I've had down Alphonso Davies, Aya, Grujic, Sangaré, Wan-Bissaka, Dennis, and Luyendama. So 5 out of the 7 players that I have wrote down, we have got. Also, I have put a sneaky little scout report on Jordan Henderson, which will more than likely be a little bit too much. He is 30, but it is that Premier League quality. It is that Premier League experience, and we did lose in this game against German opposition. But now another offer has come in for Adam Matthews, and I am going to accept it from River Plate, 2.1 million. It says the max we're probably going to get from his 2.1. It's a very good offer. I am going to accept it. We've just bought Wan-Bissaka in, so that's brilliant. That's perfect. I'm not... Oh, the one for Jordan Jones, he just sat there staring at me. He probably won't get anywhere near as much game time as he did last season because of Alphonso Davies and because of Dennis and stuff like that. Brereton has been in a lot better form than Jones. But I think Robinson is probably the player that if I'm going to get rid of a winger, it probably would be him. We've got Gooch who can play on the wing as well. And I do want to keep some of the sort of original lot. I want to keep them around, the likes of Madja, Gooch. Honeyman is there, but he's not great. He's probably not, again, he's just someone who will probably get a little bits and pieces here and there. And we have received another transfer offer, and it has been for Weimann, who I do absolutely love, but a lot of you guys did comment just saying, you know, is a championship player, which I do agree with, and I am going to accept it because they've given us the max amount and more than likely take for him. So more and more money's coming in, guys, and I really don't know what to do with it at the minute. But in saying that, I've already been recording for nearly an hour. Oh God, and we have received an offer for Weimann again. And it's a little bit more. I will accept that as well. It's a little bit more than the previous one from Besiktas. And there's confirmation that Matthews has been sold. McLaughlin has been sold as well. So we're getting a very decent transfer budget again now. But there is Christopher Aya. Rated 75, which is actually very good. Value only 6.5, 22. Look at his sprint speeds. For 6'5", he's a beast. 71. Acceleration 72, or 77, sorry. sprint speed. His strength is 88, and I've heard so many good things about him. But then we're going to be absolutely overpiled at the back as well. The only player I could really think about getting rid of is maybe Chalobah. Could really do that, couldn't we? But then we, again, like I say, we already have. We have Twansby, we have Luyendama, we have Suter, we have Dominguez, who's going to be an absolute star anyway. Chalobah's there. We could get rid of Chalobah and bring, Ayer in. But then there's like no point in having Suter there at all. Oh god, this is just difficult, guys. I've been rambled on for so long in this video. And there is confirmation that Weimann has been sold. We've got like 20 odd million now left in the transfer budget, and honestly don't know what to do with it. I really don't, and I don't know whether just to be ruthless and replace players that I really liked last season. But we are nearing the end of the episode now, guys, and we might be able to fit one more transfer in. But I really need your guys' help. Should I just be ruthless or what? But there is a little bit of time left for me to carry on with the episode. I've just been going on for ages with this. Right, lads, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for Jordan Henderson, another player we can stick in that midfield, and he will more than likely be our captain as well. In fact, in saying that, no, I can't really take it off Captain Twansby, can I? People have said to put him as a captain, but Twansby's our captain. I'm not changing that right now. But I've seen Liverpool's squad. Henderson's not getting anywhere near it at the minute. So the scout report still isn't here. It's been like 30 odd days, but I'll go for it. And what I'll do, just to try and find out how much they'd want for him, I'm going to offer a player, and then they'll obviously give us a region of what kind of money they would want. So I'll offer Trevor Chalobah, see if they want anything for him. Oh, Trevor Chalobah in 10.2 million. I'll see if I can get a little bit less, and then the prodigal son will be returning home. Oh, this would be absolutely amazing, lads. And, well, lads, boys and girls. I'll see if I can get a little bit cheaper. 8.25 and Chalobah. Will you take it? 9.3. Oh, come on. Right, 9 million. 9 million in Chalobah, and then the prodigal son has returned. Yes! Get in! Let's do it! Let's get these wages over the line. Come on. Let's do it, Hendo. Let's do it, Hendo, lad. Let's tear up the Prem with Hendo at the helm in the centre of midfield. We do have a lot of central midfield options, of course we do. But this will just be class if we get this over the line. Now, here we go again with his wages. What is he currently on? Right, I've just looked it up. He's actually on 110,000, which is a hell of a lot. But we'll try 120. See what they say. 120, and he's going to take it. Gone way over the top with the wages, I'm pretty sure. But he has returned. Jordan Henderson has returned to a Sunderland shirt. That is beautiful. You've got the Premier League logos on the side of the shirt. That has made my day. That is absolutely beautiful. Hendo back where he belongs. Oh, I'm happy with that. I'm buzzing with that. I think that is pretty much where I'm going to have to leave the episode, guys, as of right now anyway, because I've gone way overboard. I don't know how long this episode's going to be. I've been sat here for absolutely ages. But are you happy with those signings so far? We still have 9 million in the transfer budget. Of course, we're going to need money for wages as well. So we have around, well, it depends who we go for, I suppose, but probably about 6-7 odd million we could potentially spend. There's still players that we could even sell, to be honest with you guys. That's probably the biggest thing, guys. There are players that we can go for. And I apologise that there hasn't been a game in this episode, but I wanted to get the transfer window right. And I think so far we've done really, really well. McLaughlin is going, so we have a couple of goalkeepers. That's fine. We've got 2 right backs. We probably do need a left back, although Akapo can play there. We probably do need a left back. In the centre back position, we've got Dominguez, we have Suter, we have Twansby, Luyendama as well. So we have 4 really good players there. I could go for Ayer as well, but I just don't think we necessarily need him. And like Suter's only going to improve. We've got Hendo, who can play in that same role as Sangaré as well, or can play across there. Honeyman, should we get rid of him? McTominay, we obviously keep in. Embleton probably should go. 09, should he go? We've got Davies, Robinson, do you want me to sell him? Jones, Gomez, Gooch, Van Amersfoort, he could potentially go, even though he's becoming a little bit of a fan favourite. Madja, Dennis and Brereton as well, with Diaz, who I could even play him as a central midfielder, and I did say I was going to trial him there. So guys, again, apologies that there's no game, but that was just absolute madness. I'm actually sweating like mad because I was panicking so much. But if you have enjoyed, please smash the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And again, make sure you comment below who should we sell or who should we even go for. But mainly, who should we sell if you want me to get any other players in. In the next episode, we definitely will be going into the first game of the season. But as well, if you're not yet subscribed, please do. It'd be massively appreciated to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.